Biologists tell us that every 7 to 10 years, almost every single cell in your body is replaced. The skin you are in right now is not the same skin you were born in. The eyes you are using to watch this video are physically different from the eyes you used to read your first book. On a cellular level, you are constantly dying and being reborn. You are a walking ship of Theseus, a vessel that is constantly being rebuilt while sailing the open sea. If this is true, if change is our biological destiny, then why does changing our minds feel so impossibly hard? Why do we find ourselves stuck in the same loops, the same bad habits, the same toxic relationships, year after year? We promise ourselves on New Year's Eve that this year will be different, yet by February, the old gravity has pulled us back. The truth is, while our bodies change automatically, our character does not. Evolution designed our bodies for adaptation, but it designed our brains for efficiency. Your brain loves patterns. It loves the safety of the known, even if the known is miserable. To change yourself is to declare war on your own biology. It is an act of rebellion. So, how do we win this war? How do we execute a true self-transformation that sticks? To answer this, we must look beyond modern life hacks and consult the masters of the human spirit, Socrates, Buddha, Confucius, and Jesus. They understood that change is not just about a new haircut or a new job. It is a fundamental restructuring of the soul. Let's begin our journey in ancient Athens with Socrates. He gives us the first principle of change, awareness. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. Socrates famously said, "Know thyself." It sounds simple, almost like a cliché, but think about it deeply. Most of us walk through life asleep. We react to stimuli like robots. We get angry, we eat, we scroll, we buy, without ever pausing to ask why. Socrates demands an audit. He asks you to hold a mirror up to your soul, no matter how ugly the reflection might be. Before you can navigate to a new destination, you must know your current location. Are you lazy? Admit it. Are you envious? Admit it. Are you afraid? Name it. The first step of change is the painful death of your illusions. You must be brutally honest with the person in the mirror. Without this Socratic audit, all attempts at change are just painting over rust. Once we have awareness, we face the fear of letting go. This brings us to the Buddha. The Buddha teaches the second principle, detachment. He taught the concept of anicca, or impermanence. Everything changes, the flower blooms and fades, the river flows. But we humans, we cling. We cling to our identities. We say, I am a smoker, I am a shy person, I am not good at math. We treat these identities like solid statues, but Buddha tells us they are just flowing water. The suffering comes when we try to freeze the water. To change, you must be willing to let the old you die. This is the scary part. We often prefer a familiar hell to an unfamiliar heaven. Buddha invites us to unclench our fists. He asks us to view our personality not as a fixed stone, but as a process. If you were angry yesterday, that does not mean you must be angry today. You are not your past. You are only the present moment. Change becomes possible when you stop defending who you used to be. Now that we have awareness and detachment, how do we actually build the new self? For this, we turn to Confucius. He gives us the third principle, practice. Confucius was a pragmatist. He didn't believe in magic. He believed in li, ritual and propriety. He understood that we become what we do repeatedly. In the modern world, we are obsessed with motivation. We wait for a lightning bolt of inspiration to hit us. Confucius would say that is foolish. Do not wait for motivation, rely on ritual. If you want to be a kind person, perform the rituals of kindness. Smile, open doors, listen, even if you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Confucius teaches us that fake it until you make it is actually a profound spiritual practice. By disciplining your outer actions, you eventually reshape your inner landscape. Change is not a sprint. It is the slow, boring, repetitive chipping away of the marble. It is showing up every day to practice the violin, to write the code, to exercise the body. It is the understanding that excellence is not an act, but a habit. Finally, we arrive at the teachings of Jesus. He offers the fourth principle, metanoia. This is a Greek word often translated as repentance, but its literal meaning is much deeper. It means a change of mind or a turnaround. Jesus teaches that true change must be radical and centered on the heart. He spoke of being born again. This is the ultimate metaphor for self-transformation. It's not just about fixing a few leaks in the roof. It's about tearing down the house and rebuilding it on a new foundation. Jesus warns against putting new wine into old wineskins, because the old skins will burst. You cannot put a new, vibrant vision for your life into your old, cynical mindset. You need a new container. This metanoia is driven by love and vision. It is the realization that you are meant for something higher. When you are driven by a purpose larger than yourself, love for your family, a mission for humanity, or a connection to the divine, the pain of change becomes bearable. Love is the only force strong enough to override the brain's fear of the unknown. So, how do we synthesize this into a modern strategy? How do we walk this path? First, apply the Socratic mirror. Tonight, take a piece of paper. Write down exactly who you are right now, the good, the bad, and the ugly. No filters. Accept your starting point. Second, practice Buddhist release. Look at that list of negative traits and say, "This was me, but it is not me." Visualize shedding your old skin. Let go of the story that you are broken. Third, build a Confucian routine. Don't rely on willpower. Build a system. If you want to change your health, lay out your gym clothes the night before. Create small rituals that make the new behavior automatic. Respect the power of repetition. And fourth, seek a metanoia moment. Find your why. Why must you change? Connect your change to love. Don't change because you hate yourself. Change because you love the person you have the potential to become. A word of caution. Do not fall into the trap of changing for others. In our social media age, we often curate our lives for applause. We change our bodies, our careers, and our hobbies to get likes. This is not transformation. This is performance. True change happens in the dark, when no one is watching. It is a private covenant between you and your potential. Also, be patient. The bamboo tree grows underground for 5 years, building its roots, before it shoots up 80 feet in 6 weeks. You are in the root-building phase. It may feel like nothing is happening. You may feel like a failure. But if you keep watering the soil with awareness, detachment, practice, and vision, the breakthrough will come. You are not a finished product. You are a draft in progress. The pen is in your hand, the page is blank. Do not be afraid to cross out the old lines and write a new chapter. The only tragedy in life is not that we die, but that we never truly live as the person we were meant to be.